Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing an unboxing that is super overdue. I've been saving this since Mother's Day. That's since May. For those of you who are new, we've been having our roof done. We've had a lot of birthdays and events come up that has prevented me from sitting down and filming this video, as well as new releases that I need to get up for you guys. So because this particular item is not limited edition, I was okay with waiting. So here we have the beautiful Louis Vuitton bag. As you guys know or may not know, because I know I do get a lot of newcomers, through my Louis Vuitton SA, I got invited to the Mother's Day event that they were hosting at my local store. It was beautiful. There was an artist on site engraving anything that you would buy from the store. You got like a little ornament for free. It was beautiful, honestly. And so it was a new item that I hinted at in that shorts that I did. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and do so. I tried on all the bags that I've been interested in. I love them all, which is again a problem, but I did have some self-control and I did purchase what I really was there for. So here is the box, and here is a card with my receipt. I haven't opened any of this. I've literally been waiting to do this with you guys. And then this is the little gift you would get on site depending on what you bought. Let's go ahead and unbox this. All right, so the Louis Vuitton boxes are very substantial. They are magnetic, and I do reuse mine. So, surprise. I got a fragrance. Obviously, you guys already know by the title of this video. I picked up Elves. And this is Louis Vuitton's brand new fragrance. I was able to smell this before it actually dropped because my SA happened to have a sample of it in the store. She couldn't give it to me because there were other clients that wanted to smell this before it dropped, because this was going to drop really close to Mother's Day and this event was gonna happen. So I kind of like to plan ahead and know what my budget is, send my husband a wish list, and then he can pick from there. So fragrance is made in France. I picked up the 3.4 fluid ounce bottle because you guys, if you guys are unfamiliar, Louis Vuitton only has two sizes of fragrance. They have the 3.4 fluid ounce, which retails for $345, and they have the 6.8 fluid ounce bottle that retails for $485. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen the 6.8 fluid ounce bottle, but I have in person. And my husband always laughs every time he sees it, because one time the very first fragrance he bought me from Louis Vuitton, he didn't realize what he was buying. He just like click, 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 checkout. And he bought the 6.8 fluid ounce bottle, and when I opened it, no lie, it was half a gallon of milk. That was the size. I was like, I would never in my lifetime be able to use this. So we're gonna need to exchange this for the smaller bottle, which is a little bit more doable for me. You know, those kind of sizes are for people who, like, if that's like the only fragrance they're gonna wear for their lifetime, great, you know. But these fragrances are refillable. I have a fairly large collection, and so I just don't need that amount of size. It's actually takes up so much room in the vanity, like I would never be able to travel with it. I digress. Anyways, this bottle, because there was an artist on site, if you bought a fragrance, they would paint the box. And I store all of my Louis Vuitton fragrances in their vessels. These vessels are fairly substantial. They're hard, they're sturdy, they're beautiful. And let me show you the bottle. I got it engraved. You could also do that in store. I'm gonna take it out of this vessel. And I got Mom engraved on it just to, you know, I got it on Mother's Day. I just felt it was appropriate. This is what the top looks like. The top is magnetic. And then here we have the nozzle. This fragrance, by the way, if you're not familiar with the Louis Vuitton fragrances, their throw is insane. I spray this and even after I shower, I can smell it. A little bit goes a long way. Spray with caution. This Elves fragrance. My favorite Louis Vuitton fragrance is, and I don't know how to pronounce it in French that well, but it's essentially Dreamcatcher. Like, the English translation is Dreamcatcher. This one has now topped that one. So this is number 1. Dreamcatcher is now number 2. This was love at first sniff. When I tell you this smells absolutely amazing, I mean that. I mean that. This is a fragrance that if you like a floral and you like patchouli, but you're very similar to me where the pH of your skin changes fragrances a lot and patchouli doesn't always tend to agree with the pH of your skin, this is for you. This is for you. The patchouli actually stays and is super pleasant. For some reason, the pH of my skin will turn patchouli and it never quite actually smells the way I want it to smell, which is technically the way you smell it straight from the bottle or upon first spray. That's how I want a patchouli to hold on my skin, and it never does. But this one, it holds beautifully. This is one of those fragrances that if you like a floral, you like rose, you like patchouli, you can rest assured you can blind buy this fragrance. It's that good. It's that beautiful. It's that elegant. Like I said, this has jumped to top number 1 fragrance for me. Louis Vuitton about outdid themselves, okay, with this fragrance. My essay also gave me some samples in here. She gave me a sample size of Lovers and my favorite, Dreamcatcher. I always love to have these sizes. The Louis Vuitton samples are also substantial. They last a pretty long time because they are kind of on the larger size. Not sure if you're able to see, but this is the palm of my hand, so they're fairly large. I haven't tried Lovers, so I'm excited to try that. But as Dreamcatcher is one of my favorite fragrances, so it's nice to have these travel sizes, because when I travel, I don't feel comfortable traveling with an entire bottle of fragrance. Anybody else? I'm always afraid that it's gonna break, it's gonna spill. I don't know. Because unless I have that piece of luggage with me the entire time where I have full control over it, I just would never trust putting an entire bottle of that in my bag. So I technically like save the samples of my favorite fragrances, and then usually this is what I travel with. And honestly, when it comes to Louis Vuitton, these travel vials, 2 of these is more than enough for basically any trip, because you really just need a little bit. The free gift that you got in store came in this beautiful little box, and it's a little hold on, let me show you. It comes in a little canvas bag here, And inside you get this ornament, and they would spray it with whatever fragrance you chose to pick. So this one was sprayed with Elves, and you essentially hang this in your closet and it'll make your closet smell like the fragrance. They also painted your initials on there. So you can see I have two eyes. And when it runs out, you can kind of just respray it and, you know, the whole thing. I thought it was a nice touch. I thought it was beautiful. I can't wait to hang this in my closet and have that beautiful essence in the room. You get an envelope with your receipt. And then usually your SA writes you a card, and you would get a lovely handwritten note from your SA. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a great time. Happy Mother's Day. Honestly, my SA is the best. I am gonna leave her information in the comment section if you guys want to purchase through her. She has her own Instagram where you guys can follow her and you can see all the new stuff that comes in to the store. This is the back of the card. And it's like a thick cardboard. So I usually save these. So I'm gonna save this. You know, I have a board that when I'm done doing my beauty room, I'm gonna put up a lot of, you know, different types of notes and memories and stuff like that. If you were hesitant about this fragrance due to the notes, honestly, if you and I have the same taste in fragrance, you're gonna love this. This is definitely very floral heavy. So if florals are not your thing, you're gonna hate this fragrance. According to the Louis Vuitton website, the notes for this particular fragrance is as follows: Rose from Grasse, Ambroxan, Lily of the Valley, and Patchouli. The combination of all of those notes are absolutely magic in a bottle. The patchouli mixed with the ambroxan and the lily of the valley, almost, if you're not familiar with those kind of notes, at first sniff, it almost reminds you of the smell of violets, which you guys know my skin has a really hard time holding. And it's just so beautiful and elegant. It's definitely not your typical floral. This is very elevated. This is complex. This is that fragrance that people are gonna go, wow, what is that? I find this fragrance to be a very sophisticated floral. You have a little bit of warmth in there, and it's slightly bright. It's a very delicate balance. It smells divine, but that patchouli, I think, is the star of the show in this fragrance. Had they not added that patchouli, I feel like this fragrance would have gone in a whole different direction. That patchouli elevates it to something out of this world. It is so good. I, not gonna lie, did consider getting the 6.8 fluid ounce bottle, and that's a lot to say. But I told myself, don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. You can always refill these. And that's what I love about the Louis Vuitton fragrances, is that you can refill these bottles. I'm actually quite considering getting the actual travel vessel of this fragrance. So Louis Vuitton has a travel vessel, and it has the same top, and it comes with like 3 vials, I think, of whatever fragrance you choose. I'm thinking of maybe adding that to my wish list. I don't know. It's giving queen of the castle kind of vibes. Notice I didn't say princess. queen. It's giving queen of a castle kind of vibes, you know? I really can't say enough about this fragrance. If you have not had the chance to smell this, please get your nose to it if you don't want to blind buy. And I very rarely tell you guys to blind buy any kind of fragrance, especially at this price point. But this one, this blew me out of the water. If you've been following me for a long time and you've seen different fragrance reviews that I've done, you guys know I'm very much not a perfume connoisseur. I'm a very average, little nobody on the internet, regular consumer that goes about smelling a fragrance. I either like something or I don't. My nose is not as sophisticated as others where they can literally read you the notes without even reading it. That's not me. I can smell something and tell you yay or nay. That's as simple as it gets. So if you're very much like me in that sense, then trust me when I tell you, you're gonna love this fragrance. It is classy and elegant on another level. If you have purchased this fragrance and you absolutely love it, leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear your feedback and how it wears on your skin. For me, I've never had problems with the Louis Vuitton fragrances. They last for days, And I live in a hot, humid climate, which doesn't always help in that department. But the Louis Vuitton fragrances are solids. You really cannot go wrong with them. They really last a very long time. For those of you who purchase this fragrance and are like me and have a hard time holding a patchouli note on the skin, let me know if this worked out for you and you absolutely love it. I would love to hear your feedback. Anywho, I digress. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe. Please leave me your comments and your questions down below. I will do my best to answer them. I appreciate your time. And if you have an essay in your local city, I would encourage you to ask them, check in periodically on any special events they may be having for any particular holiday. And because honestly, that's how I found out about this event. I checked in with her for this fragrance. I knew it was dropping soon, and I actually checked in with her. I was like, hey, do you guys have it in stores? She's like, no, but there's a Mother's Day event that's coming up and the fragrance will be available then. So that's really how I found out about that Mother's Day event situation. Anyways, I will leave her information down below. Thank you guys so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.